Hello!
Hello!
Greetings and welcome to a new episode of Dev Talk and Play. It's the 56th edition now, and this is Jana and...
This is Friedrich.
That's right. So welcome to our latest stream. Are we audible? Tell me.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
We are audible.
Cool. So, before we get to the gift of the cool thing, playing...
One of your favorite games.
Right, Dungeon Keeper.
That?
We want to talk about other things, like our latest Shadowrun session.
Yeah, we can start with that.
Yeah.
We already talked about Shadowrun quite a lot, and I must say my mind is, I think apart from job, this is my mind's occupation.
It's the second job.
It's my second job. Yeah, basically it is a job. Especially understand hacking and rigor controls and how to roll for that. I think next time we don't do the rules that much. Fuck it. Because
Yeah.
it's just killing
Let's make it a
dynamic.
story-based game. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had our first session. I mean, it's not true, we had a first session already.
A
It was a
test
test session where you guys died. You and
It
Steven.
was okay.
But
Dying was part of the game.
Dying was part of the game. Yeah, now I had my first session with 5 players and 5 different, well, they don't have classes, but archetypes.
Professions.
Archetypes. So like mage,
Yeah.
rigger, decker, it's the hacker. What they call a decker, like they call technomancer. Do you know how they called them in the old versions?
Cracker.
Otakus.
Okay.
So stupid. Yeah. And we got a street sim that's like the fighter and who has a whip.
Did he even use it?
He did use it. Like,
Okay.
I mean, that was the fun. I gave you games like a street gang that was the tutorial fight gang.
Yeah.
And you guys didn't want to kill them. And I think
That's us.
you don't have non-lethal weapons, or you didn't know how to use them, or you just didn't use them.
Yeah.
And so everyone was like, yeah, I want to talk to them. Or like Björn was like, yeah, I crack my whip to impress them. So how do you... I don't know how to roll for that.
Maybe you should have started directly with...
They were just shooting at you.
They were just
Directly in your heads.
They look like they have to die. Just say that.
Yeah, and in the same tutorial I told you not to unnecessarily kill people.
Yeah, right. You shouldn't have said that. Like, you could have said, like, this is an area where the police isn't that much there. Aware and lying a few corpses around.
It smells badly of corpses and runners doing their jobs here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
In every corner is a runner.
Yeah. So, but it was fun, but also confusing because I had a lot of enemies that I didn't properly like file or had a system how to, because you know what I did wrong? I totally communicated, which was necessary, but I totally communicated their health points and stuff to you.
Yeah.
Which you don't do in a role-playing game.
Yeah,
you just say, oh, they are badly hurt, but they still stand up.
They are
and stuff like
bleeding.
that. But they said, oh yeah, you took 3 points from them and stuff like this. You don't do this.
Yeah, but
no, and I'm not going to do this in the next...
I'm not sure.
No, I'm sure, because I don't want you to... It's not a computer game, okay?
Yeah.
It's not pen and paper.
I mean, I played a lot of computer
D&D-based
games where they show a lot of
Yeah,
numbers.
but you don't... I like that you don't do this, because I talked to Ike about this, and with him, he's the game master where we play...
the Dark Eye.
Dark Eye. And we fought an LJ demon last time, and he said he just... that this creature was OP. It was overpowered for us.
Okay.
But he didn't communicate it, and we killed it. I thought we killed it because we were such an amazing team, but he was just like, okay, this creature is too strong. hey, you did it. So, and you can't do that when you communicate. The
Yeah,
point
sure.
with the player. And also he said the LJ daemon was regenerating health points all the time.
Okay.
Okay, which is a point which sucks because I wouldn't have realized, or nobody of us would have realized that he regenerates because his regeneration rate was as high as the damage we gave
Okay.
him. So
Maybe one of us has a health point monitor, like
nah.
Vegeta. He's over 9,000.
Mhm. No, I think I mean, in the end, I want to make a description of it anyway. I want to describe what happens to you, not
Sure.
hey, I did throw a
Sure,
pie.
sure.
But and I want you to also describe more what you do, not okay, I
Yeah.
threw 4, 5, and 2 sixes. That's not how you. I mean,
I-
that was necessary for the
Yeah,
tutorial.
I already said to Steven that I want to see more role playing in general, like
Yeah.
that we have some nice banter between our characters.
But you
And
kind of did already.
yeah, sure, because I was insulted with my real name.
Ah, Bibi.
Yeah,
Bibi
don't
the
say
orc.
his name.
Bibi the orc.
I said to them, okay, I have this orc character and she's Octane, but she has a real name and she hates that name. Please don't call her like that. No, of course. They called me all the time Bibi.
Yeah, Bibi the orc. Bibi Möckling.
Bibi Mögling, yeah.
That was really good. I really loved our first session.
I think we need more of like these little details that we can
Yeah,
call back
that's
to.
up to you. I mean, I can enforce it somehow, but I think in the end it's really very much between you guys.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure. I mean, I have to try to bring that more up. Like, I think when I, as an NPC from the outside, for example, tease one of you and the
Yeah.
others either jump in to help you or insult you too, this kind of stuff. I think that helps. Yeah. But it was a first fun session. In the book, I just hold into the camera, which I didn't comment at all what it was. It was the adventure book in Germany.
Yeah.
In like the
Yeah.
southest, one of the southest cities in Germany, at the Swiss border. That's where we played.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
Constance, it's the name. I've never been there, and it's so awkward, because also next time I want to maybe play in Berlin or Leipzig, which we know, but also the others know, and some don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
To play with. And I must say I like it better when the cities were not so concrete. Concrete is the wrong word. Not so defined. Yeah, it's just a major city. I think
okay.
that works better for me in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much for Shadowrun.
And I started Shadowrun Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So I can talk more about the Chinese Shadowrun version.
Yeah, maybe we play
in the future.
Maybe we play it one day on the stream.
Maybe.
In a way, it would be fun to see it because I just sometimes look at your screen, but never saw you really playing it. It would be interesting. Also, on which of the game system it is based on? I guess Shadowrun 5 maybe, or
I'm not sure, but I think they had to change some rules anyway because like some things just don't work out.
Yeah.
And it's turn-based and yeah.
Yeah.
Long night of computer games.
The long night of computer games. We are there from 12 to 12.
Let's see about it.
Yeah, man, it's been a while since we last exhibited a game, right?
Yeah. And this time two games.
2 games, yeah. One is Hacker, the game that you play with the mobile phone, which is on the App Store.
Yeah.
But you can't just download it. I mean, you can download it, but you have to. Hey, Paul. Greetings. You can download it, but you also have to print some QR codes.
Yeah.
And prepare them and solve the detective game.
And scan them with your phone all the time. Nice.
Right.
And we showed part 2, the old prototype that I'm currently still working on, but
Yeah.
Let's see about that, how people play it.
Yeah, and how they like it, what they talk about it. Because our problem is we change the style, or we try to change the style a bit more stylized and
Stylish.
yeah, and also more, that it looks more like the games we do and not like we use Substance Painter a lot and textures from textures.com because that's how the current version looks. But I wonder if people don't like it better because some already wrote, "Oh, I love how part 2 looks," and stuff like this.
Yeah, then, and we also ordered. Oh, I have to write them about the Switch.
Yeah, we are soon not just theoretical Nintendo developers, but soon a Switch will be in our house, a dev kit. And this is like a dream come true for me, definitely, since small me played the first Mario on NES. I mean, I didn't want to become a game developer back then. I didn't even think about that this is possible.
The DS?
NES.
Right.
That was my first game, I think I played. Mario Bros.
I mean, back then when we had a Super NES and we played Mortal Kombat 2, we always had this dream of making our own fighting game because it was photos of real actors. We thought, hey, we can do that too. We can like dress up and do these punches, and the computer game will make them look awesome.
Didn't you say you did make the photos for that?
I think we started, but I didn't really have the technical knowledge to really create something like this.
Okay.
Nowadays, it's too much work to do so many photos.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can
green screen.
Green screen and just do like the main key photos, I guess.
Yeah, doesn't matter what. So
yeah.
Maybe something in the direction of VR Kung Fu. With like 2-frame animation.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking about. Yeah. Someday. I'm looking forward if this is like a good idea to do a Switch version. Or if it's going to be sucking for you.
Probably
especially. I mean, we don't want to do the final port, but at least have an eye on the version in between.
Yeah. So anything else about the long night? In Leipzig this weekend, so if you
on Saturday.
Be there.
And do you need anything, tickets or something? I think not.
I think not, but you need a mask.
Oh yeah.
And you need to be either negative or tested or vaccinated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next on, another news.
I guess the Square Enix stuff.
Square Enix selling their greatest franchises, among them Thief.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Thief because mostly they were talking about DSX and Tomb Raider.
They just sold Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and a bunch of IPs like Tomb Raider for the sake of shitty blockchain investments. Yeah, that's really sad.
That's the future of game development. I mean, we already got asked if we get into business too. I mean, it was part ironic, but also curious if that's the cool big thing now. And I guess if you answered, yeah, it's cool, you should do it. I don't know if they would have believed it, but
I'm still more leaning towards the beginning of the internet where everything was free and wasn't like you needed to make money with it.
But it wasn't everything free. I mean, there were like message boards where you could download stuff and you would pay with your telephone bill.
Sure.
Stuff like this.
Yeah.
So it wasn't all free.
I mean, it was also rampant with piracy and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's live or whatever.
Yeah, people had to live off their stuff as well. Or they couldn't live off their stuff as well. That's why game development was so big.
Yeah.
From single devs at least. So.
Yeah, I'm talking even earlier than we were the
Stone Age.
Stone Age. Where the word cyber had a meaning.
I was listening to a very nice a YouTube video about transhumanism. Like people becoming more and more cybered, transfer
Yeah.
their being into
It's happening.
into internet things or whatever in something different.
Yeah.
And it's like a philosopher YouTube. It's also, I think it's called Philosopher Tube.
Okay.
And
Creative.
she was starting that a lot of people are opposed of the idea of transhumanism because that they are very religious people. And oh no, I lost the track of what I wanted to talk about. But she started with, but human beings already started with enhancing
Yeah.
themselves, for example, in Stone Age with using stones and tools, and that this is a tool as well and stuff like this. So
I mean,
it was a longer thing, and she had different stuff to say. So
yeah, glasses are just like
it's
fighting
it's
the
totally
natural.
timer.
It's not mentioned in the Bible.
Augmented. I'm so augmented right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, artificial hearts or heart pumps or what they're called in English. I don't know.
Don't go to the dentist. Don't go to the eye doctor. Don't go to doctors at all because you're just fighting God's plan with you.
Yeah, that's true. Surely.
And talking.
And talking. Yes, you are talking. You're not talking. So. Yeah, anyway, Square's plans suck, and oh yeah, you didn't say who bought the licenses.
I already forgot. It was
Embracer?
Embracer Group.
Yeah, Embracer Group.
I didn't even know the name, but apparently they have a lot of companies already, like THQ Nordic and
I mean, they are
Bytes.
embracing.
Yeah.
As in, we get everything. We buy games, all of them.
Yeah, that's not good.
It sounds shitty actually. Also, thinking about licenses, in the end, it's just licenses. It's not like a dedicated theme that made this game in the first place. And
you can do shitty things with a license too.
Yeah, true. So I don't know. I don't like it, and but it's interesting that THQ Nordic is one of the companies in the Embracer Group, and they also get all the licenses Joe would had.
Okay.
Like Piranha Bytes and stuff.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Like, oh no, they don't have Piranha Bytes, but did they buy them? Are they already part of THQ? I'm not sure. But they have the Gothic license, I think.
Which is so important.
It's very important. Yeah, and they I mean, there was a time when, I don't know, at some point on the Gamescom, there were so many THQ Nordic games which were remakes or continuations of old licenses.
Yeah.
I forgot their names, but it was one year where they had so many on their showcase, and it shows. I mean, they got all the licenses. And I don't know. I never heard of these games again. So yeah. Anything else in your little plan?
Yeah, well, Try was translated.
Oh yeah.
That's something. That was hard because I had to get back into my old code.
Unity 4.
Yeah, Unity 4.7, which is like 6 years old now, 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was strange, but it was a little funny because new Unity is so slow in comparison. Like, you could start the game and directly test it within a minute, while the new Unity you wait at least 10 or 15 minutes. So, yeah.
Was it hard to get back into your old stuff?
Well, I didn't have to do much different coding. Difficult coding. I just had to add another language, and then I had to look where it all affects the stuff.
Did you say that we got simplified Chinese now? We have simplified Chinese now.
We have now simplified Chinese, and I will probably do another update because I think I made an error when I updated the game on Steam.
What? Because it doesn't show that it's simplified Chinese, or what?
No, there's a problem. Wait. Was it this? Yeah. I just checked with SteamDB, which shows all the stuff every Steam game has because it's all open. And apparently the Steamworks DLL is missing. So probably I have to get back to it
Oh, I
and
didn't know that.
re-edit.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really check that too because it's so much stuff to think of when you update the game on Steam, and
Yeah.
I also had to do for GOG and for Humble and for Itch.
Yeah.
But I hope it's only Steam. Yeah, and it was done by Echo River Translators, and they did it for free.
And they come up with it. They proposed
Right,
it
I
to us.
have
So
to send them some money in.
yeah, but it was his ideas or
Yeah.
their idea.
Their
so-
idea, I just said them we don't have any budget left for the game, so either we don't do it or you have to do it for free. And they were, yeah, we wanted to make it for free. And then we were in contact for several weeks, I think, always discussing the content and the text and so on. Yeah, and now we have Try in Chinese, which is cool.
Yeah, totally.
It's also on a discount right now, so check it out.
You just showed it for like 1 second and
Yeah,
you
it's
couldn't bear
not,
it anymore.
it's not important. The game is like ancient.
Yeah,
But
but
fine,
then
like, that's screenshot.
don't show it at all.
Yeah, Try. Good old Try.
Yeah, the only game you ever finished. It's not true, but I sometimes feel like I don't know why it's stupid.
I made myself sad again. Okay. No. I didn't.
Oh no, I looked in the mirror and made myself sad again.
No, let's just talk about what we really want to talk about, Dungeon Keeper.
Yeah, all right. Do you want to start with the original? Because you also have 2 games that were inspired by Dangeon.
Yeah,
But I guess playing the original makes more sense. So
I think so too. Let me quit stuff.
okay, I just get some of my spinach juice. You just started and come
Yeah,
back. Okay.
do it. I wanted to ask you a question.
No. Keep it in your mind.
So this is the GOG version, so not the original. So it might not run perfectly because, of course, back then the game was a bit. Oh, I want to see the intro before. Yeah. So let's test the sound. Can you check the sound?
Yeah. Okay, I don't hear anything.
Nothing at all.
Wait. I don't see the picture yet. You don't put it on screen.
What? Oh, that's stupid by me. Right.
Now I hear
transition.
it.
Okay.
I hear a horse.
So now, Dungeon Keeper. Let's play it and let's watch the intro because it's such an iconic intro.
You remember the question?
Yeah, did you play it? Listen to the intro, please.
Yeah, I listened to that. Okay.
I thought that was working. That's this nice 3D style that I find still cozy. Like they have really figured out the colors and the... I don't know. Of course the lighting because it's dark.
What?
They figured out the lighting already with 1979, 1997. Right? Even the animations are okay.
Yeah.
I always love this intro.
It's a bit like a dance or something. I think you modeled them as well, right? There are goblins you made that look a bit like it. No? Okay.
I think it reminded me a lot of Ultima Underworld.
Now we could.
Man, there are several nights. It's not only one night. Knigget.
I also think we used a song from Dungeon Keeper for a video we made. You remember with X? X.
Let's not get into that. Okay, let's just start the game. So it begins
Ever
like
smile.
That looks nice.
Set in the realm of joy, the people of
It's very loud,
Eversmile
I
are
think.
plagued only by aching facial muscles, and not anthrax as we
before.
hoped. Eversmile is a disgusting land of good humor and polite frivolity.
Yeah, the sound of the game is very loud, I think.
Okay. Then let's change that. Okay, this was always a problem.
What was? The scrolling?
Yeah, the scrolling. Because back then, when it was on my old computer, I could just scroll and I could like click on all the locations. And
Stop
now,
it!
yeah, it's so annoying.
Yeah, because you make it so.
Yeah, but it's annoying because the code isn't prepared for new computers. Anyway, this is the game. The first thing
You had a question for me, I thought.
Yeah, if you played it.
Ah, no.
Okay.
Never actually. You showed it to me when we were students, but...
Okay. So, the first thing a keeper needs is somewhere to keep gold when it's been mined out of the rock by his imps. To create a treasure room, blah blah blah. So I don't think we need an introduction. A bit annoying is that it doesn't have the controls from nowadays with just using the mouse to rotate and zoom. You have to use the home and the page up and page down, and page up doesn't work, so I can only rotate clockwise.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Paul's Erinnerungen, Remembrance.
Yeah, it's from 1997, so...
Yeah, you asked me if I played it. I think at that time I didn't know about it. I probably would have loved it.
But you played the second part, right?
No.
Not?
Never.
Crazy.
Never played any of the Dungeon Keeper games.
Anyway, what I always loved was the style, like...
You must build a treasure room to store gold.
What are you doing?
Wait. I like the graphics, like... They already started back then with not having just plain walls. The walls are nicely noisy. They have life, you know. The whole dungeon looks cozy.
Tunneled into a new area.
Okay, maybe not cozy. It's not hygge.
It is. For me it is. So what I'm doing, I'm telling my imps to collect gold. First they have to like mine the gold.
And how they are doing this? You mark.
Yeah, I just mark where they have to dig, and if it's gold, they dig the gold. And afterwards, when they dig it out new areas, they give it a floor, so it's really my area. You see that because it has this red.
But you have to tell them that they have to do it, right?
They don't. The floor. I have to tell them to dig, but I don't have to tell them to occupy the floor.
Can you zoom in on the creatures? How do you call them? Imps? Imps.
The imp, yeah.
Can you show them how they look? They're too quick. Can you pause?
I can take them in my hand.
Oh yeah, right. That was a game where you could pick up,
I can also slap them.
but they love it, right?
Not loving, but they won't rebel.
I know what was the woman called? She loves slapping, right? What was her name? Like a torturing machine.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden.
The Iron Maiden, right? Okay, I'm finished now. What do I have to do now?
The women. That one female character the game has.
Why doesn't it? Okay, what now?
Is it paused? No.
Maybe I have to get to the entrance.
Oh yeah, that was the song we were using.
Yeah.
What is that? Why are you going? What is that?
This is the entrance where my creatures come. I only have imps in the beginning, and I can create them with a spell.
Do you have yeah, you have the gold, right? What did you say? A new creature arrived.
No, I think entrance found. Rotate into the other direction.
The effect, I love it. It's like this disco.
No, it's because it doesn't belong to anyone. But the imp is now.
Has been claimed.
Okay, can I now build a? I think I have a bug. Because I don't even have a living room.
What's
You
a
need to
living
build a
room?
lair for your creatures.
Yeah, I want to build a lair, but I don't have the room. I broke it.
What was that fly?
It's the first creature that you can have in the game. Yeah, I think I have to start again.
I know.
I'm sorry about that, but we just make it this quick.
Peppers.
Probably waited too
Did you
long.
make it? Make Dungeon Keeper?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Probably waited too long with this treasure room. So let's build the treasure room first. I always liked building the rooms, and it's much easier in the later versions where you just make a rectangle and build the full room. But this way it feels much more like you really do it.
It's also interesting that they made the game really kind of dark, not like like colorful, but edgy, funny, dark. You know.
I think that's something what all the other clones do. They make the game so, colorful and.
I mean, you try to do something different, so that's where a lot of people start, I guess.
Yeah, of course the problem is sometimes you just don't see anything. But it's super atmospheric this way. By the way, this is your dungeon heart, which is what you have to protect. So you said it's a bit like a tower defense. Yeah. But only because of this dungeon heart.
Oh, I also thought you would have like creatures patrolling or creatures.
They don't really patrol. You can build traps later on.
Yeah.
And
so I think rather that made it a tower defense for me.
Yeah, I think it's more of a strategy game.
Tunneled into a new area.
You can have a little. I don't know what it was called. It was like a construction out of wood where they would like walk to, and the different creatures have different behaviors. Like the little goblins.
What keeps you from building?
I don't have the
money.
No, the things. Man.
The room.
The room yet. So let's see. Anyway. Some creatures have different behaviors, like the trolls, they like to go on a patrol, while other creatures love sleeping. So now I have it. My lair, where I can give my creatures a place to sleep. It looks a bit strange, it's just like...
Oh, what is that? You got in your room?
Yeah, it's where they sleep. So, I don't know what this floor is supposed to look like, but it's where they sleep, where they build their
Like leaves or something.
where they build their lair.
I love the effect. It's really like.
Yeah. It's so well done, I think. I don't know what this floor is.
Okay, in your rooms they have like health, or what is this flag meaning?
Yeah, it means efficiency and I think health too. So if a enemy comes and takes the room over, this would decrease, and then it has their.
What happened to the imps?
They're making walls to strengthen my.
Ah, and when they finished, the effect comes up. Okay.
Wait.
I love the hand. It's really like. That it's not like stiff. That it's really like animated like that. It's really nice.
Yeah. Bad carpet, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I thought leaves because in the little picture it's straw, but
I mean, leaves don't make sense in a dungeon, but
what makes sense in a dungeon? Piles of gold.
it may be that they didn't even know
What they did.
what it is. It's just a place where my creatures can build their lair.
Yeah.
So it's very general because some build a bed, some have a nest.
But they build it, you don't have
Yeah.
to.
An entrance has been claimed.
An entrance. So when they come, like the little fly, they fly the first to the
Checking
lair,
out their
create
Aw.
their little lair, and
infestation.
and the flies, they love to fly around, even if they shouldn't. Like they would run into enemies constantly. And
What are
they're
flies made for? I mean, are they for scouting or?
Yeah, they are scouts, and of course they are just very first type
You
of.
got a golden egg.
No, I got a room where I can feed my characters.
Ah, okay. What's your strategy for building rooms? Is there a strategy?
Well, that's what also is also something that this flag says. It says efficiency, and they are very efficient if the room is has a rectangle and has walls. So you try to make rectangular rooms with not too many entrances.
Because the enemy can get in there, or
Because then the room is more efficient. Like probably they sleep better here. Oh, and some bugs came.
no. When you pick them up, are they 3D or is it a 2D creature?
It's
2D.
just. I think
It's
they
a
just.
sprite, right?
Yeah, it's just sprites.
Okay.
Okay, now I can build. I love this effect.
This.
Yeah,
Oh, what do you mean?
and how it builds the 3D
Ah,
geometry. It's so satisfying.
I can see why you made your own
And now we have.
little clone. Is it a clone?
Yeah,
What's that? A hatchery.
yeah, because that's where they feed. I don't know why eggs come out of the floor, and then little chickens come out of the eggs. Okay, I have a spell that makes me more imps.
Isn't there another Peter Molyneux game, Fable?
Yeah,
When you eat little chickens, you get evil. So maybe
Ah.
that's his thinking. Chickens are like
okay.
the most innocent creatures, and you feed them to the most villainous creatures. I
Okay.
guess, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You can take the chickens and also feed your characters directly, but usually they
They
go
feed them.
eating if they
Yeah.
want to eat.
Is there a difficulty in any way?
Sure, as soon as enemies come,
Do you see that?
yeah, here you see, okay,
Those are enemies. Or what?
yeah, the good guys come. Intruders approach. They see gaps in your fortifications or to gain entry to your dungeon.
Okay.
Why try to map in case they're broken?
What is the alien doing here?
That's the imp
Ah.
spell. Here you see my imps already fortified all the walls, so the only possibility they can come in is over this one where I couldn't. I mean, I could build this.
Can they really through the water or?
They can walk through the water, it's like knee deep.
Wow. So, but they would never come through a thicker wall or break through with a tool or something.
They later on have dwarfs, which are like the imps of their side,
Yeah.
and those can destroy these walls.
Okay.
So you're never really safe.
Okay. What are they doing right now?
You see, they built their own dungeon, as you can see, because
That's
the
from the
walls.
enemy. This
Yeah,
part.
right.
What do you mean they are building their own dungeon?
They are building their
Wow,
path
okay.
through my domain.
And what's that? What
What?
appeared there?
Where? Here?
What appeared there? This?
This is the entrance.
Ah,
the
okay.
portal. Yeah, sorry, it's a bit.
But it's their portal. It's not
No,
yours.
no, all my portal. There's two types of enemies in the
Enemy
game.
has broken through your walls.
Ah.
Your creatures are under attack.
Oh no! Of course. You can see the fight here. All my bugs and flies are fighting against some. Okay, this is a dwarf.
Your minions are winning a battle.
I can take the gold and get it to my.
You have to take it, or
I don't have to. My imp's doing that too, but I can do a lot of stuff that
Oh,
the
there's
imps are
another guy.
doing.
Your creatures are falling in battle. Your creatures
No.
are attacking the enemy.
Can you breed your own enemies, or you have to wait that they come, right?
Breed?
Breed creatures.
No, they come out through the entrance. And depending on what rooms I have. What is he doing? Oh, there. Wait, let's take my fly.
Your creatures are under
So
attack.
he's fighting against the bugs, which are a bit stronger.
Your minions are winning a battle.
Yeah. The imps are taking the road. Everything I do, most of the stuff, the imps can do too. Like taking the gold. Of course, that's the only thing.
I love that they are sleeping.
Yeah.
You wake them up, or what are you doing?
Nothing. I just
Because they're blinking. What does it mean?
only because I'm hovering.
Okay.
Overall, they are not doing
Lord
anything
of the land approaches.
because I'm like
Dark days are numbered, evil one.
a very poor dungeon keeper who has nothing else for them to do.
Okay.
So they're sleeping to heal themselves.
Your creatures are falling in battle.
Okay.
Okay, the fly was a bit
Send
too.
in the chickens.
You see, the fly already looked what they.
Got it.
Creatures are falling in battle.
So this is the knight.
Can you beat him, or is he too strong?
Well, he comes to me, and
Can you quickly fortify the walls so he can't come in?
I can get my
It
imps
is payday.
payday, so they get gold. They go to the treasure room, and I can fortify the walls by placing the imps in front of a wall, but at some point you want to fight against the knight, because otherwise you will never finish the level.
Okay, so he's the
Your creatures
the
are attacking
final,
the
the
enemy.
goal, right? Okay, I didn't know that.
Also, he's also there already, so I can't do anything anymore to...
But are you strong enough, or?
Yeah, I have 6 bucks. I just have to wait for him to come over. Okay, maybe I should just go to him directly, because he's a bit stupid.
What does that mean? You have to open the walls, or?
Yeah, he's taking too long to get to us. So I'm just digging out a way. Okay, maybe he's coming. I mean, he's level 1.
Your creatures are under attack.
Does he level up when he's killing your creatures?
I don't think so. But I don't actually know. Maybe? So he's already losing.
Okay. Ah, that's his health bar
Yeah.
as well. I love that the soundtrack is really dark and you hear screams of death and
Your minions are winning a battle.
chickens.
Conquer
Yeah.
this realm.
It's a nice mix. Okay,
Okay.
that's it.
That's the game. I mean, that's all there is actually.
Ever smile. What is ever smile?
The name of the realm, like it's actually a city, and every time you press space, it's a bit too fast.
Okay.
Banner Hawk.
Yeah, now it has a new name,
And
which is
anthrax have taken to this land like fleas to a rat. The region is, thanks to your unstinting efforts, now a major eyesore.
okay.
Okay.
Time 752. I don't know what that means. Yeah.
Bullfrog.
So, and the map is like changing every time
Cositon,
you take over,
Yeah, okay.
and it's totally dark
in
and
which the prosperous
devastated. at
citizens
the
have
end.
no gripes or moans.
Okay.
Sadly,
I don't think I have saves from back when I played it through. Okay.
Did you have to do a special version because you said you weren't sure if it is working?
Yeah, it's GOG, so there's always a bit of a gamble.
Okay.
Let's make a little. Let's get some gold first, because this will get more interesting features, because at some point you don't want the flight anymore.
Can you send them away or not pay them?
You can just grab them and throw them into the entrance.
Show them
creatures
out.
Must build a
Yeah.
treasure room to store gold.
Okay, and directly go to the... Maybe let's make the lair directly in the entrance. And also give them food directly.
Okay, finish now. Wait 10 minutes.
They want reinforcing. Okay. I mean, I can create another imp.
Ah, so you can create imps, but
Yeah.
only them. And they cost 900 gold.
The more you have, the more they cost.
How many do you have?
Right now I have 5.
Okay. Can you rebind them to fighting?
I don't think they ever fight.
Okay.
They are always running away, screaming when they see someone. I also really like the interface. It has everything you need.
Yeah.
But back then already Peter Molyneux said, it's too much. I want to reduce the interface. Which is what he did with Black and White. I never played Black and White. Did you?
No. I wondered what I played of Bullfrog. Is where you play the park? Den Vergnügungspark? Theme Park? Is that by Bullfrog?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I played that a lot. Theme Park was
same.
my big game, and I also I don't know if I ever played it like it was meant to be, like a game, like you have to do research and all the stuff and compete against
I
other
hated
park
the
builders.
other modes.
I never did this. I think I just did freestyle mode where you could just build your park and that for hours.
Yeah.
Most games from that time I got from magazine CDs. So I thought about why I didn't play it, because N64 games from Nintendo, I really did research. I really looked them up and decided, okay, I do have to want them. But PC, I think I never, except Settlers, I never had a real, not taste is not wrong, but desire to buy magazines and research. I don't know why. It's weird, so I don't know most PC games from that time.
Yeah, there weren't just many games anyway that were
There are a
noteworthy.
lot. Like when we do like the replays of stuff of that time.
Yeah, but still the noteworthy games, they were... You could know all the games back then.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, first new room. The training.
Ah, okay.
Trainings champ. Right now it's really small and cozy. Later, when you in the later levels, you have vast rooms with thousands of these trainings authority.
But it's interesting that you don't really put anything in there. You just build the rooms.
Yeah,
Whoa, it.
it's some kind of demon spawn.
Okay.
So I can now grab the creatures that are sleeping or not doing anything. This is the idle mode. I can take them and throw them into the training room so they will get stronger, get a
Train
higher
your
level.
flies.
Some enemies, some creatures do that by themselves. They go to the training, like these ones, the demon spawns. And others you
What
have
is that? What is the skull ring?
It's the
yeah, the
lair
sleeping.
of the demon spawn.
Okay. It's the sleeping bag.
Yeah. And sometimes you can give them money or food.
Can you train chickens?
No, but then they eat them so they don't have to like take a break and get into the room. So you want a nice layout.
This
Like,
stuff that you just told us, is that something the game is teaching you, or is that something you find out by playing?
some things the game is just telling you like make this. You plan proceed smoothly. Allow your imps time to fortify the wall of your dungeon. This increases the efficiency. I think the manual has a lot of stuff to talk about this too.
Ah, yeah. Ooh, but what a nice box. Did you buy it like it looks like a box that came out in the original
I think it's the original.
first
I mean,
edition?
Dungeon Keeper was really one of the first games where I actually followed the development.
How at that time? Magazines.
The magazines had videos, and I really wanted to play this game when I saw the videos. There were some really nice work in progress videos.
Okay. Yeah, they were on CDs back then. You
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
watch them live on channels. You really have to wait for them.
So what I have to do, I think I just have to train all my creatures.
You need a bigger training room.
Ooh, sorry.
What did I say?
I need a bigger training room.
Yeah.
I threw some of my monsters inside and...
Okay, I wanted to look up.
You need a bigger training room.
Cool, there's really an excessive description of the game.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is a lot. Every little part of the game is described.
And I think every aspect is interesting. Building the dungeon and the AI is super cool. They even showed some how they make the pathfinding.
Yeah.
So this is a game where I followed this and really liked it.
How did you know you would like it? Because it's like, it looks
It's
like
style,
creativity.
It's
Okay.
fantasy, the creatures are cool. Whole premise. I loved Ultima Underworld and all the fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
Your gold reserves are running low.
Oh no, I don't have any gold.
What is low? Ah, gold
Oh my
reserves.
gold, I should.
It's yellow. What was marked yellow,
This-
right? Ah.
The gold is yellow.
What is the difficulty in this game? Has it one?
Yeah, later on the enemies get harder and harder. Of course, sometimes because the AI is sometimes a bit wonky. So when a enemy dungeon keeper builds their dungeon, it can look very good, but can also
Your
look
gold reserves are running low.
really bad. Like they only have 2 rooms and
So
a
there
bit
are enemy dungeon keepers who
Yeah,
do
in
their
the later
dungeons as
levels.
well, and you have to get to their dungeon heart.
yeah,
or-
right. I have to destroy their dungeon heart, and of course I have to make sure they don't destroy mine. Wow, I have 9 demon spawns.
So when you treat them nice, more of them come. When you treat them nice, the demon spawn, for example, more of them are coming, or?
I'm not sure, but I know if I treat them bad, like slapping them a lot,
Reserves are running low.
they will of course be annoyed, and also if my money runs low, I can't pay them anymore, and
No.
that's also bad.
Even in hell, they run with money.
Yeah, sure.
Or not hell, but something like that.
Especially in hell. Oh no, they are coming.
Who? Can you show again?
The enemies. You only see it on the
Ah.
map.
It's a montage.
Yeah. And sometimes you're waiting years before you make your attack because you want your enemies to be as strong as possible.
How do they getting stronger? What are they? Do they have more attacks? Do they get just a higher level? What's
That's
happening?
actually they are different. Mostly they get stronger. Wait, let me save.
Game saved.
And so I can use the spell to get inside them.
Whoa!
And they have different spells and so on. I like that the flies have this effect for their eyes.
Yeah.
Your minions are winning a battle.
Yeah, of course they.
That's you.
Where are they?
Ah, because you told me that you dislike that in Dungeon Keeper 2 you have to do stuff in first person.
You have
So
to
that's
do
where they got it from.
This is pretty much you can do it if you want.
So I don't know why, but
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
really getting dizzy. Sorry.
You can do them if you want, but in the
Uh-huh.
Dungeon Keeper 2 missions there are some that are really strange.
Creatures are attacking the enemy.
Get over here. No! 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 Please train.
You need a bigger training room. Your creatures are under attack.
Make my training room bigger.
Ah, so you didn't fight him because he would come through that anyway.
Yeah, and my demon spawns are much better suited for them.
Okay.
Your minions are winning a battle.
Of course they do.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy.
They're going straight for my dungeon heart.
Because they always know where you have it.
Okay. He's not attacking the dungeon heart?
Nah, he's up for the gold. Or
Apparently, yeah.
Your minions are winning a battle.
Okay, let's make the training room bigger. What are my imps doing? Okay, they are still doing the goal. So I take one imp and he has to do this wall.
so he always knows what to do when you put them into a side
Yeah,
of
it's
action.
context sensitive. Like,
Okay.
okay, it's near this wall that I marked. And if I do it again and put him on the floor, he knows he has to claim.
Okay, interesting. I think I never saw that in building games. But in most building games you can't control units, you mostly just build buildings
Yeah.
and the units
Here,
yes,
it's
do-
very important to get your units from time to time in this game.
yeah.
Yeah. It's still too small. I mean, I have enough creatures. I don't really train. I have to train them a lot. So there's more gold. Maybe I go there at some point. Later on, if you have really gigantic rooms, it gets a bit annoying to make them like this with every individual tile. But that's okay. Okay, I have a lot of gold again, so I can extend the dungeon a bit. So you lazy bastards.
Could you put in that room like the chicken tiles in that room?
Yeah, sure.
Why don't you do that? Why is not there not just one huge gigantic room?
It said they are very efficient if they have their walls and have a rectangular
Oh, isn't
shape.
there somebody coming in?
Yeah, sure, here.
No, on the left side. No.
No.
Your creatures are falling in battle.
Okay.
Oh no.
Your minions are winning a battle.
If it's dying, if it's the bugs and flies dying, I don't care. Later on, it makes a lot of sense to train your imp too. Because from level 10, which needs like a lot of time, they can teleport to any point in the dungeon and they're super efficient.
Okay.
This will only make sense with dungeons which have infinite gold resources. This is gold, which is away when you mine it, but there's later on jewels, which is like pink, and you can mine that forever. So you have always like 9 imps at the same time, hacking the gold away, and you need a lot of resources. Yeah. But then it's mostly about like patience, because you win anyway.
Yeah.
Ooh, there are more.
That's an enemy? Who's building that?
Broken through your walls.
Yeah. Modular.
Really?
I really love this style. So, like, okay, they have a life, you know?
The
I mean,
imps or this guy
Everybody.
coming in? Why do we need the floor again?
Creatures are under attack.
So I can build there.
Ah, okay.
Your minions are winning a battle.
I can give gold directly to my creatures,
Lives in peace.
so they are more efficient. Yay!
So it's like a bonus.
Yeah, yeah. Or I can slap them, so they lose health. And are more convinced to work.
Okay.
Ooh.
What's that?
Oh, I found a treasure room.
Can you grab it or?
Yeah, I just have to, like, with the floor, claim it for me, like with the entrance. Okay. There he is coming.
Cozy Town.
Also little,
It's called
only,
Cozy
yeah,
Town.
it's only level 1. I can't drop my creatures on neutral floor or enemy floor, only on my floor, which is also something why I want
Oh, yeah.
the tiles to be claimed.
Okay.
What
Your
are you doing?
creatures are under attack.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, the imps are stupid.
That effect is amazing.
Yeah.
Your minions are winning a battle. You have conquered this realm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a bit too easy. Okay, that's the one. Cozy Town.
I wonder if people would these days say about the game if it's missing depth.
Probably. But I mean, it's still better than the mobile game.
Yeah, that one. Did you try it? I think I tried it.
Yeah, I think we had it on the
Pleasure.
smartphone back
No
then.
one
Yeah.
here understands the
Just
true
to-
meaning of
yeah.
suffering and random shocking violence meted out arbitrarily.
Look how they violated the old idea
Yeah, they
with DLC. and
raped the license. Build a dungeon with a treasure room, a lair, a hatchery, and a training room. Make sure they are all big enough. I mean, I hope it shows something new.
I mean, I guess every level now there are new enemies coming.
I hope in this there is also an
Dungeon.
enemy dungeon, but I don't know.
Did you solve the levels back then as quick on your first playthrough? Can you remember?
I don't think so. I think I died with the first one, but they are really easy.
Because for settlers, for example, I would need for the levels to show them as much time, you know,
Yeah.
because it still needs a lot of time to build everything.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Although I know the secrets and where I have to go.
I think I didn't lose much overall.
Oh, that song is amazing.
There are some levels that are hard because later on you get like vampires, which can. There's also a room that can lure other enemy creatures to you or vice versa. Like they
Yeah.
do it too, and then your creatures are getting away and you don't know why.
Ah, okay.
And this gets a bit hard.
Can
Also,
you prevent that somehow?
I think by doing the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are also the levels later have lava, which makes it harder to navigate and so on. So there's a lava stream, you can't get over it, but on the other side are enemies which can throw fireballs at you, so
Oh, what is the red snake doing?
I can just destroy rooms,
Okay.
tell them.
A weird symbol for that, because I would have thought about healing, you
Yeah,
know?
it's just, I think, some kind of gold symbol. Dollar. Okay, this takes a while. You're already planning the rooms much bigger. Where's the entrance? Where's the entrance? Oh, over there.
But you always see that you don't have to find it.
You see the entrances from the beginning.
Okay.
Ooh. So there's blocks that you can't mine, so you have to plan a bit around them.
Did you play that song backward to know what they say?
No,
There's
I don't remember. Okay, one of them should get here.
Very motivated imps.
Yeah, we took the same one.
I think Yippee was also what the settlers said.
Okay.
It's like the building game claim.
Yeah, just so you know, you don't actually have to pay them. They love working.
Yeah, the soundtrack is nice. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
nice.
It's this industrial thing. Industrial. Whatever to.
Today they would have probably used like, but a little bit darker,
Yeah, I
you know, like.
don't So let's plan correctly. If you do the lair here and the training room here, maybe it's good if you do the hatchery between them so they don't take too much time to get to eat. I love this.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, especially if I have enough money to make my dream dungeon. So what's
Where's
the
your
next
money
one?
visible? Is it the money that is below this?
This one, yeah, the
Okay.
big money available.
Because it looks like you've got a lot of it.
Yeah, well, in the end, it's not always enough. So we have to get new gold all the time. Ooh, a hidden room.
How do
A
you...
hidden
Ah,
room
okay.
because between those impenetrable
Yeah.
rock.
Yippee!
Also, maybe for this new type of room that you'll get later.
Oh yeah, I was wondering if you got more rooms.
I think I know what it is. This mechanism.
I have to do research.
I mean, later on you know where you build
Entrance has
to.
been claimed.
Ooh. You know. Is there a pause button? Yeah. You know where you build to, so like you don't build or you don't mine the gold over there because you know if you do, you open some new area and then there's fighting all the time.
Okay.
So this is something what you learn by playing at level 1. I don't want guards. So our new room is the library.
Yeah. To get your creatures educated,
Kinda.
so they can make their diploma.
No, it's for the wizards. I think you need at least 3 tiles. 3 times 3 tiles. I love the books that come. Wait. Yeah.
Aww. Shabby bookshelves.
Your new library will attract creatures like warlocks who are interested in researching magic and dungeon
Oh,
design.
you got some books, hello?
Yeah, and later on the new rooms you have to use the sorcerers, the warlocks. So they get you new rooms, the room types. You have to research them all every time.
Okay.
And spells. Those get really important later on, your own spells. And they like to be alone, so if like the imps are getting all the time inside or other guys, they will attack them in the library. So you have to make it.
Interesting that they got like different behaviors.
Yeah. Every enemy has their own.
Yeah.
Every monster.
Issues.
Issues is the right word.
How the mage looks.
Yeah.
It looks like one of the developers, but like with a little goatee or something.
They look like this.
You need a bigger treasure room.
I think you can see how far they are with the next spell with the green bar.
Okay.
I'm not super sure. A bigger treasure room. Well, that's something you don't hear often. Sometimes I just take my gold and put it back. Nice.
Yeah, it looks satisfying for sure. It kind of feels like a factory, like with music and with the production and everything.
Later on you get like these building rooms
Yeah.
called craft rooms, and those are definitely the speed creature spell, so I can speed them up. This works for every monster.
Do they cost something or?
Yeah, they cost me money.
It is payday.
Now they go out to the treasure room and get their money.
The bugs get their money. And the flies.
I mean, I can take the bug and
Oh,
so we don't need him. And the wizards don't have to do anything anymore, so they go to sleep. So I have to force
so-
them to train.
I want to, can you show their beds? Do they have little beds?
Beds.
Yeah, where they sleep in.
It's these mushroom type things.
Okay. So they just take drugs and that's how they sleep.
I mean, it's nice that we can bring them back.
You need a bigger treasure room.
So he makes a new one. Okay, I thought he goes to sleep directly, but he's probably too awake for that. So if they have lost health, then they actually go to sleep if you put them there.
It's a bit like Tamagotchis.
It's definitely Tamagotchi. I think I should build a treasure room here so they're not running all the time. Now would be an excellent time to train a warlock. Yeah, I'm already doing it. So I can use the speed spell a bit or more often. I think I can even use it in the...
Do you see them train with something? Little nunchakus against the...
No, they're just walking around and do like the fighting animation.
Okay.
Nothing special. And they have this little training icon
Yeah, okay.
above their heads. I probably have to build my dungeons a bit bigger. So I trigger the enemy in might. Let's get gold. Maybe I can dig over there.
But shouldn't you secure your dungeon heart somehow? Doesn't matter. The creatures come immediately when they...
Yeah, it doesn't matter much.
Okay.
I mean, I can't really secure it. I have to collect my creatures then and just put them there whenever an enemy is approaching. I can later on have traps with the working shops when the trolls are coming.
Okay. I think I go for a challenge.
Are you looking there?
I'm more looking for control.
Game saved. You have tunneled into a new area.
Okay. Ooh, I found
The enemy has
skeletons.
broken through your walls. Your dungeon heart is being attacked. The enemy has broken through your walls. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle.
Of course, of course. They are not training. I do the training. God, I like the sprites. I think they've thought about doing 3D models back then already, but that wasn't feasible back then. Oh, but it has real-time shadows, at least fake. There's a fight going on, so I paused.
Okay.
Also, I really like that they have like shadows. They just took the sprites and projected it on the floor, but
okay.
still,
Yeah, it looks nice.
it's a really great engine.
Your minions are winning a battle.
They were attacking my dungeon heart. I don't even know if I can heal it because it gets smaller and smaller.
Okay.
And I have got some skeletons because I found this room.
Your creatures are under attack.
Mm-hmm.
And there were
Creatures are
two.
falling in battle.
There
Your
were two
creatures are attacking
skeletons.
the enemy. Your creatures are falling in battle. Your minions are winning a battle.
There are actually more ways to get your creatures.
Your
3
dungeon
more
heart
ways.
is being attacked.
Tell me.
Thank you. Wait, my heart. I got a heart attack.
Your minions are winning a battle.
Wait.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle.
First, you can torture any enemies you capture. For that, you need a prison. You have to build a prison, and then if someone is dead, they have one leaf left, and then the imps can collect them, bring them to the prison, and then you can take them to the torture chamber
Yeah.
and convince them to go over to your side.
Ah, okay.
They will also tell secrets.
But they do become. Well, the enemies that you capture.
They don't become anything. They are what they are.
Like
So
knights. You have evil knights.
I have evil knights, which take a lot of time to convince. I have evil dwarves and so on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they even have their own little lairs and so on.
Evil knight sleeping
I
bag.
can also collect corpses and put them on my graveyard. Then they become.
Ooh.
I think they become vampires then.
Okay.
Was it vampires? Or skeletons? I think if they die in the prison, they become skeletons, and if they rise again in the graveyard, they become vampires.
So no evil dwarf zombies.
No zombies then.
Zombies
And
are too much for this game.
So this is the 3 possibilities apart from the entrance. Let's
Cool.
speed things up. What are they doing? They should train.
Oh, I love the effect when they're fast.
Alright, training costs money, so you really have to
Yeah.
be careful with that.
Okay.
Okay, anything more?
But they repaired your dungeon heart, right? It's big again.
I think it wasn't really a tank.
The Lord of the
It was-
Land approaches.
We shall cast you back into the shadows, Keeper.
I don't think the heart was really hurt because it can get really small.
Okay.
And then I think I can't hear.
The enemy has broken through your walls.
I love that everything looks like so ugly, like in the dungeon sense, but the dungeon heart is like really
Your minions are winning a
Yeah, it's
battle.
a strange
More beautiful-
thing. A
more
strange symbol,
beautiful,
because
like,
you don't see
baroque.
that, you don't see that in any other game. So it's like
Your
What
creatures
is
are
it?
under attack.
It looks like a bit like a Fabergé egg or something, like
Yeah.
this kind of style stuff.
Your creatures are falling in battle. Your minions are winning a battle. Your
oh
creatures
no, they killed 3 of my imps.
minions are winning a battle.
Yeah,
Your minions are winning a battle.
yeah, you get money. You get money.
Oh, what's happening there?
He is still dying.
Ah,
He has a very dramatic death. Well, I guess that wasn't it. Because the guy is dead. So I guess... Ooh,
what?
they have a bigger dungeon now. You see the white tiles
You
is
have taken
there.
control over
Ah, so there is another.
Yeah. So this no, this isn't the white isn't the color of a other dungeon keeper.
Yeah. What is that down there? Down, this?
It's the portal where the enemies come through.
Ah, okay.
Where they spawn. You can't remove it or anything.
Mm.
The engine is really great, by the way,
What is it?
because it's their engine
Doesn't
of
it have a
Bullfrog.
name? Oh, who's he?
It's just decoration.
Okay.
They made, I think, Syndicate Wars with it,
Mm-hmm.
which I played too a bit. High Octane and Magic Carpet. Really great game.
Oh, we should play that. I never played Magic Carpet.
Magic Carpet is cool.
It sounds
but
really
it's-
interesting and
It is super interesting,
different.
but it's also a bit, well, unplayable nowadays, I think.
Why? Because of camera or
Yeah,
interaction?
camera and it's old.
Because you're not used to bullshit anymore. Or what?
It's called Bullfrog.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's...
Where are you going?
Sometimes I just like to make sure that I didn't overlook any... Like, okay, I hear water here, so maybe there's a secret.
Okay.
So I make it long hallways. And some imp, and then at some point just... A nice surprise for later.
The enemy has broken through your walls. Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle. You have conquered this
Where
realm.
was Bullfrog set? Where was Bullfrog set? What was their town, city, where they were?
England?
The city of England!
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let me look at that. Bullfrog.
Okay, something must be down here. I hear water. We can look into the next level, but I think starting again all the time is a bit boring.
Yeah, you had some other
Yeah, right.
games that were inspired. Maybe you'd like to show them.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, I think we also mentioned all the games. Populous, Theme Park, Magic Carpet, Syndicate, and Dungeon Keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I won the level. So you can make your own levels.
Guildford.
There's some kind of level editor. And I created my own level and I couldn't play it because it was too big. And it would just say at one point, you can't add more enemies. And I was like, not even halfway finished. I was so disappointed that I stopped.
Oh, we got a comment. Sorry, they were located in Guildford, England. Thank you, Bavarian Games. Oh man. I was so enthralled by
Yeah.
this.
Long hallways.
Yep.
I think I even... It really is a memory problem at some point. So if you create lots of rooms with the level editor, it was really a problem.
Yeah.
I even added a lot of these little decorations. Couldn't do that anymore. This one has light and is darker. Makes sense.
I think I have to check if the soundtrack is on.
You have tunneled
I
into a
have
new
the CD,
area.
so...
Okay. On Spotify.
I mean, it was just CD tracks, and I... There's water, but there's nothing interesting. It's just CD tracks that would play, and of course I ripped them at some point.
Yeah, sure.
What is it doing? It's just water. The water must have a meaning. It doesn't.
Okay, you want to show the other games?
No, wait. I want to at least check out the next level.
Ah, okay. Sorry.
But yeah, we can then stop. So this one is the last in this
Flower
weekend.
hat. Polite bartering has led to extreme compassion and a surfeit of contentment in this area. Not even a thick-skinned troll could survive the understanding and help these scummy people can provide.
Are getting trolls in that level?
Probably. I like the German voice more. It was more like a goblin. Yeah, like a minion goblin
Okay.
that would describe the awful city thing.
Master.
A bit like this. Yeah.
Okay.
Game saved.
Okay, the map gets more interesting. So you have this.
Wait, and yellow was unbreakable walls.
What, yellow? No, black.
Ah, okay.
Yellow is
Yellow was
just gold.
gold. Okay.
So you have this region where you have to go through, and it's like. Okay, I think I hear lava.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe can. Yeah, I'm just doing a quick.
Tour.
Yeah. And I think the workshop is the new room, and you get 2 new spells in the library. And this is the workshop panel where you can get traps and doors.
Ah.
Doors are nice, and you can close them.
Can finally have a door on your
Yeah, it's
sleeping
very
room.
important because sometimes you don't want your
Enemies to get in.
your monsters to walk around.
So you just close the door.
Yeah, you can actually lock it and not just close it. Okay,
Okay.
this is lava and there are the enemies.
Okay.
I think you have to approach them by building a bridge.
You can do that?
I'm not sure if this makes sense here, but yeah, later on there are bridges. I think not in this level.
Welcome them.
Burns any creature.
Also, a comic that reminds me very much of Dungeon Keeper is, of course, Dangeon.
Yeah. Sure.
At least the first couple of books or comic
Yeah.
was heißt ein Band? Editions.
Jesus.
Yeah, they are about a dungeon that has the business of dungeoning.
Yeah.
It's a bit like an amusement park for heroes, and
I
they
like
so
how
they
it
can-
describes, okay, this monster likes this one, this monster doesn't like this type of food.
Yeah.
Later on you get dragons, by the way, which can walk through lava.
Okay.
And hellhounds too, I think. Anyway, let's stop here. I just want to have a look in first person.
Premium Intel. Did he say that?
No,
What did he say?
wait. I like that every enemy, every monster has its own name and mood. So if you treat them badly, they get moody and at some point leave the dungeon. Not the imps though.
Yeah.
And they have these different types of spells you can choose. Like this one is mining and attacking.
Yeah.
Later on they have really cool moves.
Are you can walk them through, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Your creatures are under attack.
Why? This is an arrow. And this is where it really comes to a feeling that, hey, this could also be a cool RPG.
Yeah. Oh.
I killed my... the
Your
I
creatures
think
are
it's
under
in
attack.
the manual. Okay. I think I will play it again.
Like a nice world, nice land with nice little birds. And...
We also have to try the multiplayer.
Oh. No.
Okay. So this
Cool
was
game, definitely.
Mhm.
It's really nice. I would have loved it if it came out. My game was Settlers, so but if I
Yeah.
would have heard of Dungeon Keeper, I'm sure
There's a lot to love. I think it's really representing a lot of stuff I like.
Yeah.
And fantasy and humor.
Also the building of
Yeah.
yourself, your own stuff. At least that you can decide the layout of the dungeon.
So what did I do? I made my own version called Dangeon. I made it for the indie speed run 2013. It was
what's
a
that?
strange jam. It was a jam where you had to pay to enter,
Ah,
and famous game developers would play your game, and I think you could even win prizes.
okay.
But I don't even know if or who looked at my game. It was really badly communicated.
Okay.
Anyway, Dangeon,
Sounds
let's play the
cheesy.
tutorial. Number 1. In Dangeon, you
Tutorial.
command a horde of goblins. Your goal is to defeat an army of nuts by destroying their blue teleporter. To conquer an earthen piece of dungeon, stand still for a few seconds. Must be adjacent to current territory. You can only walk in the cardinal directions. So,
Where did you get your music from?
it's Ludwig and
Really? Okay.
Paul and Ludwig, my brothers. I think I just stole
Okay,
it.
cool.
It's from another project. I think it's... So this is the teleport of the enemy because it's blue, no, right? So the whole takeover... right, for Grumpy Jump,
Ah, yes, of course. Okay.
which never
Grumpy
came to
Jump,
be
Grumpy
our
Jump,
first
whatever.
failed project. You don't have to actually claim it every time. So- Yay! Next level. Blocks of mud and dirt you can get rid of just by walking into their direction. This is not possible with stone blocks. Be aware that your enemy will know how to dig too. So this is the map. And you dig by just walking into the direction.
That's a bit Minecraft like.
Yeah. It's definitely also inspired by Minecraft, but mainly...
Now you hated Dungeon Keeper 2 for playing in first person.
It was a different
you-
kind of game. It's
Okay.
not... I hated it for playing in first person,
Okay.
but they did it not in a nice
It's
way.
just interesting that you didn't make it third person. Okay.
Because it's a different kind of game. I wanted to make a first person game.
Okay.
It's just strange.
No, because you said it, and I was wondering. I know that you mostly love first person games, and
You will see what the actually fun in the game is soon.
sure.
The nuts are coming. Use the E key or right mouse button to separate your magical goblin. Use left mouse button to choose a goblin. Oh, and the health points will be cut in half, but lucky your star teleporter heals you. Also in these areas, healthy bushes of berries grow. This was one point you had to add to the game. Like you got the theme, like in this, I don't remember actually what it was, but you had to add something, some randomly chosen other thing, so they know, okay, you made a game for this jam.
Okay.
And berries was mine.
Okay.
Bump against them, you will get healed, but the bushes will deplete after some whacking.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Okay.
So when I press right mouse button, I get a second goblin, and I can actually divide myself all the time. And this was one of my first of many camera experiments, or I think I did so before. Oh. So the knights are really coming already. Gets a bit confusing already. Like I'm healing now.
Yeah, but can you? You have to manually switch between them. You can't just make one.
I have to click and they only fight autonomously, but they don't do anything else by themselves. And I have to get out of the way.
From when is it? When did you make it?
2013.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What? Did I die? No. combining the cameras back to one was pretty hard because it could be so randomly where the cameras are.
Did you decide on the camera layout or did it make it?
It happens automatically. Like if I press right click now, it will. Oh no!
What did you lose?
He got to my teleporter, and he destroyed my start.
Ah, okay.
Okay, let's try this again. It always cuts the camera in two,
Yeah.
but if it's higher than wide, then it makes in the other direction.
Yeah.
So it can get really small at some point,
Mm.
and you have to plan for that. It's like a goblin management game. Oh no, that is coming. So I mostly have to just take over their teleporter.
But you can't do it now, or what are you waiting for?
Yeah, well, I don't have so much health, so when the knights is coming, it could be that I get
So you
attacked.
have to wait.
Yeah, I just have to plan a bit. Later on there are more teleporters.
Okay.
The beginning. Remember, the nuts are good with digging too. Thankfully, your goblins have some brains and will defend themselves if necessary. By the way, you can use the map where I am if you want to spoil the fun. So you have to always prepare a bit. Controls aren't the best. Well, so is there bushes? On the other side. Yeah. So I can hear a bit and make more goblins. Oh no. I think 2 should be enough.
They just keep standing on the
Yeah.
ground and then they own it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so. Yay! If you want to get rid of a goblin, press Q. Okay. So it gets harder by being more open, so the enemies would already see you and attack you. Prepare by having many little goblins. But that's about it. I thought it was fun. I don't know why I didn't win the $1,000 or what it was. Nuts. Okay, it gets really hard. And this arena was fun because it's so
okay.
open. Nah. I think it looks cool.
You definitely used the noise technique.
Yeah, back then already. I think this one was hard because it doesn't have a bush, a shrubbery. So you really had to take care because it's also 2 teleporters.
How could you beat that?
By just being careful.
Yeah, but how can you be careful? I mean, you definitely lose health,
Yeah.
and when you split in a half, you lose health as well. How can you?
Okay, now you have many goblins. Okay, this was my Dungeon Keeper inspired game.
Okay. Version 1.1b.
Yeah. But the Dungeon Keeper inspired game I actually liked is Keeper Roguelike.
Yeah.
It has an intro now. I think it's still in development and will be.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I don't like the intro. Because it's also like this is a different style.
Yeah.
And the game itself has another style. And you can also play it with ASCII.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the version I know.
Yeah.
I think I don't know the upgrade.
Yeah, like starter. Do we do the tutorial?
You have to decide if you can remember anything.
Let's see. Basically, you do the same thing like in Dungeon Keeper, but this time you don't have a dungeon heart. You have a wizard that you play.
Mm-hmm.
You are an evil wizard, but you can also play some adventurer and walk around
And a female.
Yeah,
okay.
that's new.
Yeah.
It wasn't you couldn't choose a female in the beginning of the development.
Okay.
Oh, you could also play dwarves. Interesting. It's creating a level now.
Are the developers still updating, or is it like abandoned?
It's I get updates every few weeks.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Welcome to the campaign mode. The world which you see below is made of smaller maps. You will build your base on one of them. There are hostile and friendly tribes around you. You have to conquer all villains marked as main to win the game. You can travel to other sites by creating a team and using the travel command. The highlighted tribes are in your influence zone, which means that you can currently interact with them. That's something which came later with the development. In the beginning, this wasn't there. You only had one big map, and it had like 3 or 4 other tribes, like dwarves up there, some adventure village up in the other corner. It was always generated, like now. And this is different because you have your home site where you have your dungeon, and you have to travel to the other sites where you don't have a dungeon and are like a newborn baby.
Is it like a world map, and then you have like...
This is the world map,
Okay.
and this is my home site, which looks like this.
Can you still play the old version?
Probably not,
Okay.
but maybe. Okay, this is the world. Can you see everything? Yeah, that's the map. And anyway, I really like playing it. It's a bit finicky in the beginning, and you don't know much what to do, but it's actually explained in the tutorial. I have to find
Okay, it
out
also
again.
has crafting, prison, library.
It has a lot
living,
of stuff.
doors.
Yeah, doors are pretty important in the beginning because when other enemies come, you don't want them in
You
your
can just
dungeon.
close your door.
Wait, how do I zoom? I already forget everything. So you look first where there are resources, like I'm here and here are the resources. So either I can take over my little keeper and control them and then walk there. Okay, I probably have to dig anyway. So I can use my imps. Use the wait, I have to exit. The dig or cut tree mode, like I can cut this and so let's see where it brings us. I guess I get into water early. And the fun, of course, is in the little details. So the monsters are not coming through
Yeah.
portals anymore. They come from the outside. Also, depending on what things you have more control than Dungeon Keeper over the type of floor. A stone floor will have like higher quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more living room options, basic beds,
Dining table.
luxurious bed.
High.
Yeah.
Basic coffin.
And you have different types of... Oh, you can always recruit them. They come all the time, the guys that you can recruit, and you can take them or not. So I need some kind of storage for the resources, like my trees, my wood.
Really interesting how it developed. Since last time I saw it, when every tile was really a NSG
Really?
symbol.
I never played the ASCII version.
Really?
No,
You played this version?
I only
Always.
played this one.
Heh?
Yeah.
But I thought I knew
I
the
think you
ASCII.
remember wrong.
I guess so.
Because
if you
I
played
really
it.
didn't play it because I don't think I would like it.
But you said you didn't like the new graphics. What were the old one? Not like cute characters, but...
Did I say that about this one? Because I don't think...
I thought you didn't like the new graphics.
No. I didn't like the intro because it's so different from this style.
Okay.
But whatever. Okay. It has more resource types than Dungeon Keeper. It has more options. It's you can control every character, and this time it really makes sense.
You know what is fun? Often people say when games get more complicated, or like when games get more complicated. But I think what Dungeon Keeper did is good as it is. You know, I feel all the resources. I don't see a point, you know. But if this would be like the first version and then Dungeon Keeper would come, people would say, "Oh, it's a downgrade and it's scrapped the best features and the details."
I think it's important to make a distinction because this isn't Dungeon Keeper. This is a roguelike which has Dungeon Keeper elements. Like you can build traps, build these rooms. You have a lot of enemy monsters you have to tend to. You can train them. But also you have permadeath, which is really hard if you lose this whole dungeon you have.
Can you show the other world? Does somebody explore that, or is it just automatically explored for you?
What do you mean?
This place that you already see, like the river and all that stuff.
It's generated.
Okay. Yeah, I mean there's more to it, and
yeah.
I just wonder, over time, does it open up? Because you didn't see that big green patch from the beginning,
just,
right?
Fog of War.
Yeah, but
because my imps here collected the trees. And so they saw more of the environment.
Okay.
So if they go there now and cut more trees.
Okay, get it.
Yeah, opens up. 1 wooden training dummy and 1 basic bed. I should probably build that. Where do I have this stuff? Training room.
No.
Wooden dummy. So this is a bit different from Dungeon Keeper because you build the wooden dummy and have to take care that you don't build them where other stuff is. And you have to add the floor by yourself. So let's make this a wooden... Where can I sell stuff? Structure...
Remove floor? No.
Where do you see? Damn, it's so long ago. Okay, let the imps build them for me. So you don't build actually rooms, but you build the interior by yourself.
Oh, what's coming in here? What's that? Is it the totem?
Statue of Evil God Adoxy. I never had it. I didn't play it for a long time, so All the updates, no idea. Let's add a door here because it's our dungeon. Also, you can tell them to.
Equipment, you got a horse.
What?
There was a scroll up. There's like a horse.
Why? I don't know. Maybe if I have a horse. Anyway, in Dungeon Keeper, when the walls are reinforced, they get little torches. Here I have to build them myself.
Mm-hmm.
I think with all of I can remove constructions. Storage, grave are storage. Okay. Crafting.
Poetry table.
Damn, I really forgot everything. Wooden bookcase, basic bed. I think it's just structure. Do we see a torch?
Mm-mm.
Installations, torch. So then the room gets a bit lighter and the creatures are happier.
Okay. How do you see that? Can you click on one creature?
Wait, I can see the imps. Skills, I think imps don't really have any mood.
Alright.
It's somewhere here. Let's wait for a monster. I just have to build a bed. Yay! Gets light. Living. Let's do some basic beds here.
And the poetry table. It's very important.
What?
There was a poetry
Yeah.
table.
I don't know what type of enemies that is. Gogrok the Goblin Warrior.
And then you can invite them or they're automatically coming when they see
Yeah,
your
I can just
beds.
click them and then they are part of my dungeon. Okay. Luron is Mary. Moral, this is Moral. He's a rider. He has these skills like Furnace Forge. I think they are very different at some point. And they can, of course, when they fight enemies, like get a wound and that will affect them. And it's.
And they call their wife and their children and their aunt.
I think they are. Yeah. I mean, it's still not Dwarf Fortress. It's much less complicated, but still, lots of stuff here. I really liked the mode where you can like control your keeper. Wait. And then you can add several of your little minions to the group, and then you go with a group of minions to like a village and raid the village and kill all the children and women and men there. So,
amazing.
Okay. But I don't know what.
I don't understand the sprite. What is it?
Which one?
It looks like it's a guy in a wheelchair with a sword.
What, this one? Or
Yeah, just the right one. I don't understand the.
It's Bugash, the Goblin Warrior.
I don't understand.
Where do we see a wheelchair?
Oh,
his shield.
This green thing is his head. I thought this, like the bucket on his is the head. Ah, alright.
I think I wish we could zoom in even further.
Because the character doesn't look like the goblin art, it seems.
Okay, this is iron ore, granite. Do I get gold somewhere? Granite. Granite. Is there any gold? Iron ore. I guess there's no gold. We probably have to steal it from some villagers. Can't I build? I think I can't build when there's water.
But you can't build bridges, can you? Can you go over to the totem?
Oh right, I probably can. Either structure, wooden bridge. I have to wait for my imps. Ooh, he has now these kind of doors. Perspective. Correct.
Yeah, okay.
I think they weren't there in the beginning. So, and you always need like a dungeon keeper, the sorcerers, or anyone who researches a lot of stuff, because otherwise you only have the basic stuff. But I really played the first versions a lot and very far, at least for me. But yeah, at some point it's
Pointless.
yeah, you die and then it's over.
You have to replay everything. Can you save? No. Okay.
No, I can save, but I can't like load.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can do save scamming by saving, quitting a game, keeping that save file.
Maybe, I don't actually know how. There's a surprise. Surprise. What does it mean? I have no idea.
And now go to the totem.
I don't actually know what the totem does, or statue. So let's control me. I think it's possible. Does help. Do I want?
Yeah, come on, do it.
Do I want to destroy the statue of
Yeah,
an
you
evil
want,
god?
because you're not playing seriously today. Ooh.
No, that's actually every 10 minutes.
It's a dungeon inside of the dungeon.
Yeah, new stairs. That's new too for me, because there wasn't like second floors.
Okay.
So add more stuff, installations, torches, and some wooden bridges over there.
Are they training endlessly or?
I think until some certain level on. But I don't really know how it. Wait, they need a. Oh, he's a swimmer. Vulnerable to magical attacks and smelly breath. So he will be the popular one. Extra archery, cool, archery. Okay, what kind of rooms do I have? Yeah, just at a bookcase. Basic coffin. Okay, maybe I should add some chicken coop. Oh, workshop is very important. You have to create the weapons for your little
Okay.
creatures. Otherwise they just fight with their bare hands. I mean, you can just do it there. Let's do some workshops over here.
Okay, now the music sounds more dungeon keepery.
Yeah. I think they also have chiptunes if you want. Music.
No, it's okay.
I'm wondering if it's here. Or maybe I'm remembering wrong.
You're pretty tired.
I think it was this game or Dwarf Fortress or both, where you can like retire your dungeon and as an adventurer come back and kill all the enemies that got back. Get that? I think it was mostly Dwarf Fortress where they got that from. Because monsters would like inhabit your old dungeon. And...
Yeah.
Oh wait, now I can get guys who... Oh, wizards. I want a wizard. Yeah, what other kind? Oh, fountains, whipping posts, golden statues, eyeballs. Eyeballs are good because I like surveillance cameras, so you don't get surprised by enemies.
It's really like Dangeon, where they got one giant's eyeball.
Ooh, what does he have here? He has a little spirit with him, the shaman. So this one is researching. Let's see what they find out. The last time I did this, I had to like really fight a lot of enemies and then I could like choose what I want to research.
Yeah.
Alchemy or chicken breeding. So I don't know if it's still like that. The goblin priest. So it gets dark and day again. In the dark, some enemies can't see, some monsters can't see well. Or vice
So they do
versa.
what? They come back? Or...
No, it's just when you get fight with them, they have a disadvantage. It's really a nice game.
I really would slowly go to making a cut because I think I need to take a walk.
Yeah, it's okay because, of course, this is only a tiny fraction of the game. You can also build traps.
From what you already told.
And when enemies come, because sometimes here you see the population. Somewhere you see who else is here.
Yeah.
And you have to conquer them, of course, and sometimes they come to you and just wandering around and killing your little monsters.
It sounds really like a neat game.
But I don't know where right now. Because...
I just wonder how it could be a bit more beautiful. It looks like a bit like a table, like a table calculation. Like the menus, and it's all very blocky.
Yeah, sure, but it is a vast simulation.
Yeah, but
one thing I want to show is how you create a team. You make a team. You drag into the new team button. Okay. So I can add them like my warriors and of course my keeper. And then I should be able to control. No, that's not it.
Okay.
How do I...
Didn't they move? They are mogos. Is it like a warrior ghost or what is that?
How do I control the team? Control a chosen minion. Okay, I think now. Yeah, now we go. And we could like find a little village and try to kill them all. Like, okay. Hello. Oh, there's treasure. 4 gold pieces. I guess you only get gold by raiding.
Oh, they were just having their dinner.
Doesn't matter. The tribes of human is destroyed. It was only 4 guys.
And the pictures like smash.
And they have stuff. Peasant corpse.
And you take it.
Yeah. Nothing here. Yeah.
Killing the human tribe.
This is only the beginning. There are also dwarven mines and
Okay,
minotaurs and anything else.
cool. Sounds
It is.
sweet.
Ta-da. So, dungeons are cool.
Ja, Dungeon Keepers are even cooler. Dangeon Keeper.
It was really a great time. 1997.
It came
Best
out.
games.
When did I get the Settlers?
I
I
don't
think
know, for when is it?
1992. I think
think
the
it's
first,
earlier,
the
yeah.
first game. Yeah, because I was a bit surprised that you could create the layout of the room but not put the stuff in there.
Yeah.
Which is, I think it's good and unnecessary if you would do it. But from like knowing that from the Settler, like
Yeah.
it's different. It
I
does
don't
make
remember
sense to
actually-
compare the games, I guess.
I don't know. I don't remember how the sequel did it, but I think it was the same. But it had a bit more options, I think.
I just think that's something what people these days would prefer.
Yeah, sure.
Because
That's what
like
I
you see
keep
with
about, like,
KeeperRL,
Yeah.
you see that there's more possible and people want that possibility, even if it doesn't add so much that you can decide on the
probably
floor.
at least a upgrade button for the whole room
Yeah,
or
sure.
something like that. would be
Yeah,
nice.
I mean it gives you something to do and something to think, even if it
Yeah,
doesn't matter that much.
I
And I
mean,
think
it's-
that's important.
It's really more about the layout. Do I put the hatchery next to the training room?
Yeah, sure.
Stuff like that. And with the later levels, when you have a lot less space.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that because it's like you're repeating yourself quite a
Yeah.
lot. I mean, you do that the same in Settlers, but you have the layout of the island you're on really makes the difference. Like, where's the stone? Where is
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
yeah.
to play it? Did we ever play the Settlers
No, I don't think so.
on stream? Now that we are in a building game maniacism,
Yeah, we should.
we probably should play the Settlers because I got Settlers 2 and I wonder if it works. And I bought Settlers 3 and awaiting the new Settler, which they postponed. So
Okay.
you remember I bought Settlers 3
I
because
remember.
I was never played Settlers 3 and I was reading that the new one was inspired
Okay.
by that.
Yeah, that's why you're playing it.
And I just remember I did build a lot of donkeys, and I was wondering why they weren't used, because in Settler 2, donkeys were used for the path that I used very often. They put
Yeah.
donkeys on there, and in Settler 3 they changed it. And I didn't know that. And it was just a crowd of donkeys standing there not having something to work.
That's the problem with changing things.
Yeah, totally. It is really fundamentally different in some parts, but
Yeah.
not the overall feeling. That's the same. Yeah.
Okay.
It was nice.
Thank you for watching this episode of Friedrich shows his favorite games and his favorite toys. Next time we
Totally.
will play something by you or Zelda or
Yeah, maybe Zelda, because we skipped on that for a couple of Fridays, because lately on Friday
Because
I'm
life.
not, because life or laziness. And maybe we play some indie games, because like I said a couple of episodes ago, I think that I don't have time to play some smaller games, because I mostly play games for Deutschlandfunk.
yeah.
And that means I play only games that are worth for my radio show. Like if they have voice acting, perfect, because I can use that on the radio. If they have like a message I can use somehow, perfect. And not just the
Yeah,
game,
yeah, yeah.
but it's a reflection of something, perfect. Like that's the games I play. When I have like a small indie game that I really like, but I can only talk like 5 minutes about it, I'm not playing it. And maybe let's use next week for that.
We'll part two a game that you can talk longer than 5 minutes about
Yeah,
it.
for sure. I mean, I hope there's a lot. But the question is, I know what I would say about that, but do we put all that into the game so that people that are not us, like our inspirations, can talk about that? That's the question. I don't know yet. We don't know yet.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for watching, and
Good night, everybody.
yeah, have a pleasant evening.
Yeah.
Bye.
You really need a outro screen.